Hello and welcome, let's play the Hermit in Hand of Fate 2. My name is iwanPlays and we're gonna play with the blacksmith. And the encounters will be many old ones, and the new ones will be Tosher's, Enters the Drunkard, Yvette's Cottage, Goblin Town, and Return to Deadly Forest. The equipment will be Jousting Armor, Archer's Bane, Sisters of Vengeance, Forest Guardian's Ring and Ward of the Innocent. Supplies will be 3 items.
I have spent more time alone than any hermit could imagine. In truth, it is only your ignorance that leaves these cards occupied by such commoners. You seek and the hermit moves again. We have much to learn from each other at this point.
While exploring the wildlands, you arrive quite suddenly at the fringes of a curiously enchanted winter forest. Where you stand, it is a warm summer afternoon, yet only 10 steps away the cedars are grey with frost and the ground is blanketed in thick snow, the devilish forest. Horrendous, you turn in surprise to face Ariadne, but it is not she who spoke. An Empire general in an impressively plumed helm approaches you. A sizable company of Empire soldiers are arraying behind him. Horrendous, isn't it? The smear of obstinance, mage filth staining the land. You and your squire, he glances at Ariadne, should leave. This frozen waste is no place for common folk. The ground changes underfoot and the blizzards tear your skin to shreds. He gestures and his troops split into small parties and head into the wasteland. He turns to you and bows deeply before following the last party in. Never fear, citizen, this mage will meet the blade of the Empire's justice. Didn't Malaclypse say that the hermit keeps this forest in perpetual winter? So Malaclypse is the guy for this mission? The Empire is 40 days away. Huh. Enter the hermit's forest. Adriana gestures rudely to the captain's departing back. Let's go save this old doddy from these bastards. Winter Trail. A chill wind blows right through your armor. That was it? Ooh, yes, this is a good way to start. What we really want is better gambling, but this one is not gonna give us that.
The Empire has made killing mages a core pursuit. Fortunately, a mage is a cunning prey.
Mage hunting. While trudging through the snow, you hear a shout and the sound of swords being drawn. It's only a matter of time before the sound of combat attract another patrol.
Let us see what the smith can achieve.
Let's get the introductions. Wow. That is a ridiculous hammer. Ariadne. Steel and Flesh both subscribe to the same rules. Remember to subscribe to iwanPlays. If you hit them hard enough, they do what you want. When activated, Ariadne performs powerful attacks that cause high armor damage. Stay close to charge her ability faster.
Time to wreck this joint!
Alright, come on indeed. You loot the bodies and hurry away. Equipment.
I find almost every motivation suspect, except revenge. Revenge I understand intimately.
Oh, you little psycho. Sister Scorn. Weapon deals 125 damage when activated, lasts blah blah yada yada. First riposte after taking damage deals 300 damage. It's increased during combat. Not too exciting. Let's continue.
Hurry, you must find the secret the hermit holds.
You follow the sound of screams and clashing metal to find a company of Empire soldiers tearing down tents and executing cowering mages. Yeah, cause mages like live in the woods in little tents. Oh boy, let's save them all. Check out those awesome druids. The mages are grateful for your intervention. This tent village is well hidden in the sweeping snow and fog. You can spend time here in exchange for resources. Well, let's do it. This is really not interesting. This is acceptable. Oh, no. No next level yet.
The storm will delay you.
Freaking blizzard.
It will also delay those who are hunting your prey.
Please help. This... I don't know about this being help. Phew. You fall, etc., etc.
The Empire set signs in order to guide the rest of their forces. Fortunately, you too can follow.
You find a tree etched with a strange marking. Is it a sign pointing towards the hermit? Really? The clean snow is marred by heavy footprints. The Emperor must be ahead of you. This is a horrible card. Not knowing what to do, you press on?
This may be your chance to set the mouse upon the cat.
Further into the forest, you hear smattering of voices carried on the wind or somewhere to the east. Can I get days back? Curiously, you cautiously approach the voices. You spy a small Empire party taking a break from their zealous manhunt. Obscured by fog and brambles, you consider your options. Yeah, we want to stay hidden. Oh boy.
Patience. Do not move too quickly, for haste breeds only failure.
Indeed. Good.
Nicely timed.
The soldier whistles and sits down. It's a good thing the captain thought to give us these shields. We'd be wandering into blizzards and that blasted imp otherwise. You spy a shining shield resting against a boulder just in reach of your hiding place. Is this the enchanted shield the soldier mentioned? To your dismay, a soldier balancing an overflowing bowl of stew sits down in front of your hiding place. Sneak away, steal the shield. Of course I want to steal the shield. Oh no. Let's just say that was a success. With a shaking head, you reach out and drag the shield away, before anybody notices.
A name tinged with irony. Not a single innocent has ever sat at my table.
Ward of the Innocents. Reveal 2 random encounter cards at the start of each new map? Well, that's not that great. Unfortunately, another soldier approaches and their pair begin an animated conversation about their Color's day plans. Let's stay hidden. Yeah, totally won that.
Breathe. You have done well.
You overhear the soldiers discussing a nearby landmark.
Every city has places that the civilized would be better to avoid. Of course, that's also where you'll find the most interesting people.
Cute shield. Animation's lacking a sound. Travel lightly, look fair, such are the songs of a plainswoman who once roamed these lands. Skeletons.
Now the power is yours to use.
Yeah, let's have fun with these. And this thing too. Okay, we get some hidden equipment. Oh, Archer's Bane, let's look at that. Performs powerful strike that causes 250%, deals 125% to Empire. Oh yes. And isn't that great, but token time. Archer's Bane, let's get a formal introduction again. This looks fancy. As impractical as a lightsaber. There are none so hated by the infantry as archers. Small wonder this weapon is prized by them. No. Having spilled your enemy's blood, you search the bodies for anything useful. Grants access to deadly forests. Oh yes. Let's get this. Alright, what do we get? Gambler's Jewel. Yes, please. And let us switch to... Sisters. I don't think we got an introduction.
And here is your reward, at least in potential.
I'm sorry, what? Yvette's cottage. Another woman greets you at the door to Yvonne's cottage. She curtly introduces herself as Yvonne's sister, Yvette. Yvonne and her baby are nowhere in sight. She too offers you beef pie and potatoes, sprinkling some sunshine flour on it. Bring out the flavor, you know. You bite into the pie, the seeds of the sunshine burst sweetly in your mouth as you chew. Then you see it, your hands wrinkling before your eyes. The effect of all paying cards are applied twice until the next map. Oh boy, brittle bones. Yvette laughs. Fool, that will teach you to befriend my awful sister. Before you can do anything, she pushes you from the cottage and locks the door. You see the sign, waterfall of youth, very dangerous, stay clear. Let's seep into the water. Success. Squinting, you see that the pool behind the waterfall is more tranquil than the roaring river. You wade across and duck beneath the waterfall. As you slip into the tranquil waters, your wrinkled hands move, surrounded by the delicate yellow sunshine flowers. You feel at peace, until you are startled by the sudden cry of an infant. Tucked away in the dim, wet cave, you find a baby. It lies calmly in a simple wicker basket. Around its neck hangs Yvonne's amulet. The baby smiles gummily and sucks on the edge of the artifact. Piecing it together, you pluck a sprig of sunshine flower and drop a few petals into the child's gurgling mouth. The baby begins to magically mature. Before you know it, a frazzled and fully grown Yvonne clambers out of a basket, wrapping the linens around her for modesty. Yvette was so much nicer as a baby. Thank you, I don't think she intended to leave me here forever, maybe just overnight. The water of youth cannot be taken from these grounds without losing its magic, unless it's in a citrine vial. Return to me later and I'll have one prepared for you.
Nicely done.
Well, that was some work. Am I still cursed though? I don't know. More days lost. Let's get the jousting armor. Retry any precision gambit with increased difficulty. Wow. Gain +1 fame until each time you gain fame. Let us use it.
Terribly impractical when not on horseback, but you will make your own choices.
I will make my own choices.
Do you think these poor souls would have turned to a life of crime if they'd known a wizard sitting alone in a tower would go to the trouble of creating a ring solely to cause them pain? I wonder.
Huh. The Lord's Diadem. Let's continue. Cross the Silver River through the Twin Oaks. Time for the next map. Ooh, we get to the stores. We're getting an introduction for the Sisters of Vengeance. Oh, look at them fly. Look at our armor. And our silly mask. The great smith Varaya made 2 blades for 2 sisters. As the sisters became distant from one another, the blades carved closeness. Now the blades are together. After 7 combatants against thieves, draw 6 gain cards. And discard this card. That's fantastic, but we have no thieves here, I think. Reveal encounters, please. Nice, we will avoid the further in one. Let's check this one out.
Even the greatest of all of us are our Father's children, for better or worse.
Anders the Drunkard. While taking refuge in the Nag's Head Tavern, a popular drinking establishment and impromptu fistfight arena, you find a man resting his head in a pool of ale, a look of utter gloom fixed on his face. Anders Ariadne rushes forward and pulls him into a proper sitting position. He blinks twice and slumps back into his ale. Though much more disheveled since you last saw him, this is indeed Anders, apprentice blacksmith and friend to Ariande. Ariande looks concerned as Anders lies in his sad ale puddle. We've got to cheer him up. Let's give him some... tickle him?
Ever changing, and the challenges it presents change too.
His face twists into a frown, turns red, and then, unable to take it any longer, he busts into laughter. Adrian slaps him on the back, sending him flying. That's it, lad. I knew you had it in you. With Anders in better spirits, you decide to relocate to a cleaner table. Anders still looks glum, but at least he's not lying in a pool of ale anymore. At least it's not a pool of filth. Ask why he was lying in an ale puddle. I think we all know why. Ask what happened to his forge. We all know what. He promptly bursts into tears. My forge was shattered by that blasted ogre. I hope you killed it. His eyes suddenly turned red with anger. I'm a man without purpose, a man without money, and a man without friends. Cheer up, Anders. Ariadne returns from the bar with a basket of fried almond bread. Whatever it is that you need help with, I'm sure me and old hero here can help you. You can repair my forge? The apprentice blacksmith looks doubtful. It'll need terror vein ogre among other things, not to mention it was your late father who built it, so I have no idea how to even begin rebuilding. Of course we can. Your companion nods, her blue eyes bright and earnest. Of course, easy as pie. Anders looks a little more helpful. You really are nothing like your father. Ariadne frowns, then shakes her head and grins. Thank the gods for that.
A reward well earned.
I see. First stop, says Ariadne, propping her friend back up in his chair, is to find the mechanical oddity. Alright, next time. Let's go to the Deadly Forest.
Here's a token for you, if you can earn it.
Oh man, I'm getting so much fame. A warm glow from the ring provides you with some reassurance as you brave the woods once more. The forest is eerie still. Unseen watchers scrutinize you from the shadows. The breeze rises into a howling gale, buffeting you with debris. Dark leaves from the forest floor dance and spin in the squall, forming a face. I see my ring finds a new bearer. Do you ache for adventure, or are you a quaint little gardener like the last one? Well, let's ask about the trees. At the heart of the forest lies a weapon of terrible power. Whether the forest grew around it as a safeguard or it was placed in the forest as a deterrent, none can say, but the weapon is here, and so I am its guardian. The weapon was meant to be lost and forgotten, but I see how the world has changed beyond the bounds of my forest. If I could find a great warrior, somebody truly worthy, perhaps they could be entrusted with the blade. Reach out and take the weapon. Declare you are a great warrior. The forest spirit scoffs. Oh, of course, you say you are worthy and good hero. I guess I'll just take your word for it and hand you over this powerful weapon. I'm sorry. Okay, that was a joke. You must prove your worth, complete the weapon's trials, and perhaps you will be deemed worthy. Perhaps. Now be gone. The wind picks up once more, engulfing you in fallen leaves. You clutch your ears to block the noise. When the roaring dies down, you find yourself once again on the edge of a forest. Oh,
old, weathered, and still a viable hunk of metal.
Where did that come from? Would you like to equip it? Yes. Let's see what is here. Nope. Not ready for next level.
A creature of confusion, but no malice.
Sharptooth. A small blue imp materializes in the path ahead of you. It grins, revealing rows of needle-like teeth. I am Sharptooth. The creature rushes at you, arms outstretched. You back away from its enthusiastic embrace. Undeterred, Sharptooth merely grins. I will move the forest around. Yes. Haha. That is fantastically useful. The forest spasms and the trees on the horizon shift back and forth as if moved by an invisible hand. Seemingly content, Sharptooth simply fades from view, waving cheerfully all the while. What a happy little fella. Oh wow, everything is... Wow. Okay, I'm not sure I like that. I'm not too sure about this. Westing Maze introduction. It's a big one. A simple weapon with a mighty fate. Oh, let's have fun. Bam! Ooh, let's ask about Sharptooth. A horrible little imp, grumbles a mage as he stares into a beaker full of bubbling liquid. God knows how he does it, but every time he shifts the forest around, it plays havoc with my readings. Let's go to the last map. Stay fast to a path of bluebells. If you're at the Great Lake, you have gone too far. Are we gonna go on a linear mission now? No. It's another big map. Ooh, it's Goblin Town time. Following the goblin's instructions, you walk through snow, then marsh, then under an old oak tree. You crawl through dirt tunnels lit by shafts of sunlight until you eventually emerge on a paved road deep underground. Up ahead you see a bright green glow. You are no longer alone. Goblins scurry from adjoining tunnels and greet you on the path. You are swept along with the crowd until the tunnel broadens into a vast cavern encapsulating a small city, Goblin Town. Green lanterns cast the streets in a murky light. Crowds of goblins go about their business while hooded figures lead rodent-like beasts of burden to market. In the distance a mountain of gold glitters. Enticingly, lines of goblins are arrayed around it like spokes of a wheel. Let's explore. Success! An ancient goblin, wrinkled as a prune, is selling an array of teas down by the bank of a pungent river that runs through the town. He places a bag in your hand and shakes his little head when you offer payment. I'm happy knowing that the tea will either strengthen you greatly or kill you. It's just food. Suddenly urgent horns blare in alarm through the city, reverberating off the cavern walls. Goblins and hooded folk alike drop what they're doing to rush towards exit tunnels or jump into portals popping up here and there. The ground rumbles underfoot as a choking black gas begins to seep into the cavern. You pack your things and hurry towards the nearest exit of black gas and approaching ever closer. Should have went to the thing. Oh, it's him again. Let's mix it. Goodbye, you silly Billy.
You have found the hermit, although this entire meeting was ordained. You would not be here if you had not once been there.
Here, where the fog hangs heaviest, you spy a lone tent surrounded by a thick blanket of snow. Next time, next time. Now it's Goblin Town again. Let's go to the Gold Mountain this time. You join one of the long queues of goblins waiting patiently for their gold. A dusty goblin wearing a pointy hat peers down at you from a tall burrow. His wrinkled hand clutches a quill over a scroll of paper so long that it cascades off his counter and onto the ground. Name? The ancient goblin slowly scratches your name into the parchment before scooping some of the gold into your waiting haversack with a long giant spoon. Fantastic. I will have the gold, thank you. That is a lot. Shall we go to the Gold Mountain again? Yes, let's go. Fee, you already had taken your gold today. Humans are all the same, greedy. Alright, let's explore Goblin Town. Oh, success.
Fame and glory ease the path to success, if nothing else.
The palace armory is holding a special promotion for vulnerability. The guard bows to you as you enter. Welcome, you'll be pleased with what we have in store for you today. Because of my fame, you know. The storeman presents you with a trunk filled with equipment. A fee of 10 gold will allow you to enter our promotion. How much is that one worth, Brian? The storesman asks his assistant. Its value is 8 gold, Brian. Turning it to you, the storeman explains. You may continue to draw, but if your next item is of lower value than the previous one, you will leave with nothing. Or you can walk away with at any time with what you've got. The choice is yours. Well, let's draw again. How much is that one worth, Brian? The storeman asks his assistant. Its value is 10 gold, says Brian. Turning to you, the storeman explains, yada yada yada. This is so worthless, so let's continue. Oh no, we fail. Oh well. Oh, Sharptooth, let's know. Wait, what?
Back to the bones.
What is he gonna do?
You have learned to be their master.
Now don't you do something stupid. I will move it around, it nods helpfully, before completely defying your wishes. Oh no, this is not fun. Oh no, not this thing again. Sharptooth blinks its large glassy eyes. What does Doomed One need? I want to know where the hermit is. Sharptooth merely gnashes its teeth excitedly. Directions? Thanks. And now we can go. Did we do this yet?
You have far more pride than the usurper ever did. But you reach far further than he did. Curious.
Toshers. A noxious smell alerts you to an oncoming group of toshers led by a short, stumpy woman with an eye patch. Eye Patch Eve, they call her, and although they dress in greasy drabs, her fingers are adorned with exquisite rings and their pockets are deep with gold. Look at this princess. I bet they've never done a day's dirty work, she sniggers. What do you say, fancy eking out a bit of coin? Tides are coming, better get in there quick, princess, says Eye Patch Eve, as one of her consorts lifts the lid of a manhole. As you and the toshers come splashing down and your boots soak up the muck, you feel something clank at the bottom of a putrid subterranean river. Well, let's not lose you, friend. Yes, maximum. You plunge your hands into rancid water to pull it out. What? Close one. Getting richer by the second, the sewer walls tremble. Time to surface, she shouts as the toshers lift themselves out of the gutter. They pull you out just as with tunnel floods. Alright, time to completely finish this.
One step closer to the heart of our mysteries. One step closer to knowing yourself.
You enter the tent. On the floor, a small copper bowl burns with a warming blue flame. The tent is otherwise unadorned and unfurnished. An old man sits cross-legged in the middle of a space, the hermit. He is small, very small. Colorful cloth and thick swathes of moss have been draped over his shoulders, swamping the hermit's delicate frame. He is pale and sickly, his skin stretched tightly over his gaunt face. His eyes are closed and he doesn't appear to be breathing. Ariadne elbows you and whispers loudly, "Should we shake him?" He's not dead. You turn to see a young woman, dressed in scholar's robe, standing at the entrance to the tent. Not yet anyway, he uses all his energy to preserve a forest, it's killing him. The hermit does not move, yet his voice rings out around you. All of these cards have already been played. I have a role yet to fulfill. I do not die today. The woman looks sadly at the hermit. Say that the Empire are coming. Asks her what protects the hermit and ask how the hermit eats. Okay, let's do that. He draws his power from the earth, but even that cannot sustain him enough for this. I keep out the bears and wolves well enough. It's only a matter of time before they found us. Spend 10 days for one mage ally card. Yeah, let's do that. You spend days helping the woman fold the paper beacons and seal them with blood to call forth the forest mages. The Emperor, okay. Let's do that some more. There's nobody else, adventurer. This is all of us. Alright, let's get the Empire here. You set up in front of the hermit's tent and wait. Really now? Oh great. There we go. General Willem arrives with his mage hunters on the morning of the 3rd summer. He sees you and smiles without a hint of surprise. Ah, it's a meddling civilian. You steel your nerves and draw your weapon. Let's have some fun! General Willem. The general has seen black and forbidden things. The mage hunter who accompany him have even now begun to suspect him of heresy. Generals call forth a hail of arrows when they sound their horns. Use the way to make yourself scare. Yeah, no, thank you. That's it. Done. His platoon dead at his feet and his plumed helmet splattered with blood, the wounded general grips his sword in defiance. Yeah, let the mage woman decide, I suppose. As you lower your weapon, General Willem shuts his eyes with relief. The woman's face twists with rage and her hands to glow with dark energy. You will not finish him, I will. Hold, Villae. You turn to see the hermit standing in the door of his tent. We can afford to be merciful. Our roles here are determined, and we must act upon them. He stares deep into your eyes. We have more business, you and I, but that comes later. Go forth to meet the fates. And meet the fates. The woman lowers her hands and stares at you defiantly. Now we can be safe, even if just for a moment. And here we are, done.
Success, and the secrets of the hermit are unfolded to you.
Mage's Workshop, Helpful Priest, Holy Relic, and the Healer for protecting the hermit from the Empire's Purge. For protecting the hermit from the Empire Purge, also we get Imperial Armor, Will of the Emperor, Scorched Blade, and Golden Shield. Sounds useless. For braving the winter forest, your supplies have been added to. Fate's Path. For saving Yvonne from her fate as a baby. The Waterfall of Youth. And the Old Maiden once again? Huh. Interesting. For promising to fix Anders Forge, the Mechanical Oddity. And for entering the Deadly Forest, bearing the Magical Ring, Questing Mace. Oh, we did get it. Huh. Well, that was it. The Hermit, right? The Hermit. Thank you for joining. Next time we will continue with the wheel. Until then, ciao.